Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
I'm Mike.
And today, Blind Fight Friday. So what are we doing today for Blind Fight Friday? So I had to hurry up and do this because Mike won't stay off my wheelhouse 101. So this thing's dropping fast. But I wanted to see, is there a difference? Because you can get the regular WheelHorse 101. We got this one for $25.99. And
which isn't bad.
This one is the WheelHorse 101 toasted version. We got for $34.99. This is supposed to be like a limited edition. It's got a little extra toast and stuff like that. But
we should keep it. The Elijah toasted is out, and I always walk by it because it's always like pricey. But
know me, I try not to drink my whiskey, Mike. So no, I have not touched either one of these.
No,
two,
but
I knew this. I
didn't realize WheelHorse had that.
Yeah.
We've already done it, and I didn't pay attention. But
leave it.
I should get the Elijah. Everyone says it's worth getting.
Just wave to it like this, but this one right here,
it is. We can do WheelHorse against WheelHorse. I'm like, we better, because one of them's not going to make it long.
No, but honestly, we did put that up against a bunch of other things too. But
there's a story.
I might have
sticks to it.
I might have put it up against my mouth also. So on Blind Fight Friday rules, Mike leaves the room. I pour for him. He leaves the room. There you go. When he goes, he pours for me. I can speak the English. So we may or may not be drinking the same thing at the same time. You'll know because I put them up for you guys to do. So we'll get on glass number one while he just does whatever he wants on that side of the table.
I'm listening. I'm so attentive. I could do two things at once.
I will say, for me personally, for those of you that are following along that actually pay attention, because there's some people pay way more attention than I think so.
Or me. You maybe.
The last time I had this, I got a bad black licorice taste out of it. So I'm really curious to see.
That does not happen to me.
I just want to see. So if that does appear.
This is the regular and that's the toasted.
Correct.
All right.
He didn't realize. He put red and black on the deciding ones.
I didn't have glasses when I was pouring. I had to match him. Look. All of a sudden, Niagara Falls came in.
I wasn't paying attention when I was pouring either. I've always said this about this one. This is solid. The first time we ever did like this versus Wild Turkey 101, I believe we were
screaming about this actually though in the beginning.
Very
like when we
loved it. Absolutely.
Probably first 6 months. Mm-hmm. This was one of the higher end ones per se that we tried.
It was absolutely delicious,
and it was gone. Here today, gone tomorrow. Yep. That no tub. He was like,
and in fact, their rye is banging too. Yeah. I love their rye too. It was absolutely delicious, and I stick to that. But you know what? We've been doing this well over 2 years now. And I believe, palates change, and I am getting flavors that I never got before, some good, some bad. And that's just, it is what it is. That's the fun part of when we do go back and do one that we did right in the beginning, that we weren't really getting flavors. And now all of a sudden you're like, what is that? Now I'm getting way more tastes and flavors than I used to get back in the day. This one's very good, whatever glass.
Which, what's cool too? A lot of you that started with us are kind of doing the same thing, which is A+. And then I encourage all of you to throw a comment. It's always good to hear from all of you guys. It is a neat little pleasure.
I got nothing negative about glass number one. But again, so this was, what did I say it was? So this is $25.99 that we got. Sometimes $27.99 depending on the thing. For that price, you're not thinking that when you're drinking this. This is a solid, it's 101 proof.
Well, you don't know if it's that one.
No, it doesn't matter. It could be either one. Even at $30-something dollars, it's drinking well above its weight in
For, if you want my quick guess, I do believe it is that one.
But I didn't get the nasty taste, which is good. Maybe it was an off day. And again, everything depends on what you eat or, stuff like that. And it could have been something that was reacting with something that I ate that was giving me that black licorice taste that day. So that's why it's always good to go back.
I don't despise it as much as you, so it doesn't like stand out to where negative.
As soon as it hits me, I'm like, that's bad.
And then you're stuck with it because then you are like,
and then you focus on it.
Yeah, you can't get beyond it.
So glass number two. I think
my glass number two is way more.
I was going to say, I think my one had a little bit more flavor, nose-wise.
My glass two is like above and beyond.
You didn't hurt me on glass two either. Just sort of.
I brought it over. I tried to match it. Like, okay, well, I'm going to play Niagara time.
Oh, that's interesting. Now, to me, my glass one seemed like it had way more, like it was a little more viscous, a little more flavor on the profile-wise. Where my glass two is very good, don't get me wrong, but it seemed thinner, more water-esque, but not watery. Like more, it wasn't as viscous.
My two's nose is way better.
That's what I think my one is right now. We may that was my first sip, so you can't judge on the first sip. But just off of that, and we're definitely gonna have to knick-knack. But I'm just going on first impressions. I'm thinking my glass one seemed a little more viscous.
Definitely, this nose is better than one to start, but I'll have to go back. But Lord knows we got enough to go back and forth.
Right, better on the second sip. I guess the moral of the story is, for both being sub $40, these are two banging bottles compared to. There's some bottles. Let's throw out Travelers because that's $40. Would absolutely tranche on that bottle. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Or the Elvis.
You know what's funny? What is
so
funny?
So many of them.
When we have a bottle in our head, it stands out every time.
Because you know why? Because that was such a hyped bottle. You know what I mean?
And so wasn't Elvis when they tried to sell it.
I guess.
Because the liquor stores still hate it because they're still in there. It's from a year and a half, whatever it came through.
Right.
And they bought 6 and they still got 5.
Well,
none of them, nobody likes it.
For those of you that watch us, I am not a bandwagon person. I'm going to tell you whether I like it or not, and whether everybody else in the world says it's delicious. If I think it sucks, it's going to be sucked. That's it is what it is until you convince me otherwise. And there's been some that we were like, this is the best Booker's ever, and we're like, no, it ain't. When you do it in a blind, it's terrible.
Because we went back and we
but you're getting honesty.
We don't get it right off the bat.
That's why. But again, that's why they don't ship me the bottles like everyone else is doing.
That's still a huge thing. By themselves, it's not too bad. But side by side, one of them does usually stand out.
I just told a lot of people that just watched The Last Elijah, I'm like, by itself, you're going to like it. But when you drink it back to back, it's just off profile. It's not bad. It's just way off profile. Again, my two, I'm knick-knacking now.
Now all of a sudden one came around.
Again, we can be drinking opposite. Oh, no. No. So whatever my one is, it's way more oily. The flavor sticks to your tongue more. It has a longer finish. It's actually still in my mouth compared to... And I'm going to go the other way. I went from 2 to 1, and I'm going to go 1 to 2.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do the same.
Just to give it fair.
Now it's... Because it's changed from like this way to this way and then back. I mean, you're both 101, so you're not.
Both of them are very good, but if I'm going, I get a deeper caramel off my glass number 1 than I do on my glass number 2. Like it's in, and it has a stronger nose. Like one is thinner and lighter and not as dark as what glass number 1 is to me. And again, I have no idea which one's which. I'm assuming it's opposite because this one's a little bit more expensive, and I think it goes in a toasted barrel. So I'm going to assume mine is on the left and that's on the right. But I don't have a clue. I honestly, as much as this bottle is down to nothing, that was going in blinds and different things. I do drink it on occasion, but not to the point where I would know. So let me try left to right this time. But I will stress, if you've never tried WheelHorse, and
it's definitely worth the money.
I mean, this one's a little pricey at $34.99. I mean, we're talking when bottles are coming out $300-$400 at a pop.
You say that, I want to say, I think the Elijah is like $64.
The toasted is,
yeah, for the toasted.
I agree.
That's why I guess as much as I
do believe this is like a limit. When I did it, I think it's a limited edition. Yeah. So I don't know how available it is. That's I hate to throw stuff out to go.
And everyone's like, "Did you get the toasted yet? Did you get the toasted yet?" And I'm like, I don't want to spend the money for the toasted.
There was one, and I'm not ever out that way. If you go to the Pop and Cork out towards Springfield way, one of our subscribers had said they have it out there all the time for like $49, and I'm like, I just gotta go out that way. Like I never go to that Springfield way.
For Elijah?
There's a Pop and Cork for the Elijah.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he had it cheap out there.
It's not around here.
We have a Pop and Cork this way that's no longer a Pop and Cork, and I thought he meant down in, I think it's Mendon or Medfield or somewhere down there that I've gone to.
Both of our guys have it, and it's not screaming off the shelf. Mm-hmm. It's still there in the top echelon.
Well, that's because if you're going to spend $60-$70, you're going to
the
get a barrel proof. Yeah, I agree with you.
And I've done that.
That's what I do. I agree.
I'm like, should we really get? We have not done one yet.
No, well, eventually. This is a coin flip. I'm not gonna lie. This one we made ourselves because if you have any suggestions what you'd like to see for a Blind Fight Friday, leave a comment down below.
They're pretty close. Actually.
Not only am I gonna do it for these, but I'm also gonna put them in for the blinds, and eventually, so even no matter what the battle is here, we'll see what it comes out to later on when we try to do them when we have no clue what we're even drinking.
With something on the line because he just likes to see me suffer.
I apologize. I don't know what my dog sees. I'm definitely this way. I'm thinking in my head that the toasted one is on the left and the regular one's on the right, but my left one has way more taste and way more. It's oily, more viscous, and a little bit better flavor.
And I'm opposite you right now. I think it's the way it is.
The way it is. But you're also picking your glass number 2. Well, yeah. I'll tell you what mine is right now. All right. I'll tell you as soon as I grab my glasses. I love that my wife's downstairs and can't keep the dog quiet. But all right. So for you, the regular 101 was on your left-hand side.
Which is what color?
That would be the red.
Okay.
And then, because the toasted one is on your right-hand side, so you picked the toasted one.
So I got red and black, so I guessed okay.
Yeah. All right. So you picked the number 2 as your number 1. Yep. And for me, I thought number 1 was the toasted, which would be black to you.
So I poured red first and black second, so it was kind of unanimous.
No, so you put the regular WheelHorse on my left.
Red, yes.
Well, then it's not unanimous because.
Oh you like the regular.
That's all right.
It's right here.
I'm
red.
I'm failing to find this.
WH black.
Well, then I like the regular one better. I don't believe that's the case, but that's fine.
Somehow he always thinks I fuck with him.
I do think you fuck with me, but there it is. It is what it is. So we have a draw then, because obviously... I'm
actually shocked on that.
I am too. That's why I don't think you did it right, since you didn't know the difference of them. But it is what it is. I can pick what I picked, but my glass 1, hands down, has way more taste, way more flavor, way more viscosity than my glass 2. And if that is the case, then buy the cheaper one. I don't believe that. I'd have to do this test again. And in fact, I will probably put this in our blinds just to see where it's totally, unknown. Just to double check to see if it actually did that. But well, there you go. Okay. We had a draw on this one. There was no distinct winner on that. I will rewrite it because I scratched it out of there because I'm not buying it. But you know what? I said that about the Old Forester, and so far 2 for 2. I picked the Old Forester over the single barrel proof Jack. So who knows? But there you go. There's Blind Fight Friday. These two come in as a draw. So.
Neither one really bad.
If anyone, no, they're both very good. In sub $40, I would recommend either one of them. If anyone has either one of these two, do yourself a favor and do this, and leave a comment down below. And not do me a favor, not do yourself a favor, so that I'd be curious to see how it actually comes out.
It's gonna make me now. I'll even stop maybe on the way home because they're winding down at Ted's, and I'll have to get a toasted Elijah.
Well, either way, I'll be curious to see what how this actually comes out. But there you go. That's Blind Fight Friday. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.